4,880 pounds, an Avenger 21TH here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is what I call a tweener. It's not a traditional travel trailer. It's not a full-blood toy hauler. It's a little bit in between. It's a little taller than a conventional crossover, like a Grey Wolf, who was really kind of the pioneer of a concept like this. But it's not the extra wide of something like a Wolfpack, which ironically is what these folks swapped out for. They had a pair of Harleys, they've only used it twice, and they just found out it was a little too small for them, so they did swap it out for a full-blood Wolfpack here at Haylett RV to have a little more room to load their bikes without them, you know, nudging into each other, because that ain't good for the chrome, am I right? The extra overall height is going to be really nice for people with golf carts, which a lot of the crossover camper toy haulers, being not an extra tall camper, can't really accommodate. So this will be a little more golf cart friendly. Obviously, I always want to put some measurements to the top of those things versus the entry door width or opening to make sure we're not going to, you know, scalp that thing. We do have central air, and they've got a lot of lighting in here. It actually lights up pretty nicely. In the back, you might notice you do have, this doesn't have any sort of ramp patio package. And if one is not already present on an RV, you really can't add one unless you go to some pretty expensive extreme depths that cost multiple thousands of dollars to like swap out, replace a ramp door, and add like the patio gate system. So if it's not built with it, it's really not built for it. But we do have a nice one-piece roll-down screen wall, which is a little bit more of my preference as opposed to the tent ones, but they're not bad. These benches fold up to get out of the way, obviously, to, you know, let you roll your bikes or your quads, or, you know, this is also good for people like, hey, listen, I've got kayaks or something like that. We've had a lot of people with, like, road bikes, meaning, like, bicycles, use stuff like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be a toy hauler, and frankly, if you fold these rear benches down and you throw a table between them, this is just a rear dinette couples camper. You know, it's a good flexible layout. Now, we are carpetless and ventless, and you can see how there are D-ring tie-downs all the way up to the nose here. And I do like this big campside window. Now, because the ceiling is extra tall, you know, they could have gone extra large on that cabinetry right there. They did stay minimal with it above that window. But that does mean, again, for things that have an overhead roll cage or like a golf cart with a lid on the top, it doesn't hang down so far that it becomes a problem. But being extra tall, they did have the ability to put large overhead cabinets in place. Big farm sink. And you have pretty minimal prep space, but the flush mount stovetop will help with that a bit. And notice that they put drawers. You got triple drawers under the sink. You've got a drawer below the oven, another drawer below the fridge. They put drawers really wherever they could. I don't think this is going to be a really great cold camper. It's not specially insulated. It also has, like, that's your furnace here, so there's not a whole lot of ducting going on. Just one of those things to kind of keep in mind. For entertainment, she is TV ready both inside and outside, and it does have a Bluetooth DVD stereo. Now, there's no skylight up here, but don't forget this is an extra tall trailer. So you don't need the skylight for headroom, and you have both lights and a vent fan up here. So you know, you can stand in the shower even if you're tall like me, and frankly, it's not bad. It's enough. And this is a small camper. Now, when I mentioned the furnace thing, there is a heat duct into the bathroom. There is a single heat duct up here into our front bedroom space. And they are not the largest rooms, so they should heat easily. But what I'm saying is, like, this isn't some kind of... people love that phrase, 4 seasons. I don't like that phrase because I think it gives a false impression. But it's just not something that's rated for cold camp use. Now, there's a stand at the base of the bed, at the foot of the bed. There's also one on the side over here. So you won't necessarily feel like you're sleeping in a coffin. Considering it's virtually new and only used twice, it still looks basically brand new. Power awning, LED lighting below. We have that anti-slam door with the nice larger handle for coming and going. Only real blemish I've noticed is there's something bumped the metal right there. That's really the pickiest I can get. Previous owners added that handy little cargo box on that front open utility tray, which, you know, the box, it's cool that the box is there. It gives you plenty of space for things like wheel chocks and whatnot. But it's also a thing that you could remove if you wanted to put on in its place like a portable generator. So, I mean, there's just a ton of different function that you could have in this thing, and at only 4,800 pounds and a really short length, we are well within the range of not just half-ton towability, but frankly, even large SUV towability, assuming you have appropriate tow ratings. Power tongue jack, already mentioned power awning. With the, let's see, we do have a simple side mount solar prep. Right above the sewer outlet, which is in front of those tires, by the way, we have a centralized hookup station, so our black flush, our outside shower, all that handy stuff is right there. Up top, you might notice MaxxAir vent fans, or, well, technically Camco vent fans, but you get the idea. Roof vent fan. God bless America. I've done a lot of videos, guys, and it's been a pretty demanding series here, and I can't keep my words straight. Okay, let me start over. Up on the roof, there are Camco vent covers for the bathroom and ceiling vents in the kitchen living area. There we go, finally got it out. They are not MaxxAir vent fans, they're just the vent covers. All right, now that we're back together, aluminum wheel package, galvanized steel wheel wells. God forbid you do have a flat tire to help protect the insides of your RV. Now behind those tires, again, very much like a Grey Wolf, we have a little sewer hose caddy. The spring hinge on the door, everything appears to work pretty darn well. I can't find anything on this that I'm frankly that disappointed with. I know it's got a little, you know, if you bought like a barely used car, the previous owner always managed to somehow have a little nick in the bumper. That's what this is. If you don't care about the one little tiny blemish that I mentioned, and you want to get a basically new RV at a used RV price tag that could actually still qualify for same as new finance, well then, your search might be over. I don't think this is going to last long though. So give us a call, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.